Good morning, everybody. How is everybody doing on this Friday? On this Friday, how you doing on Friday? Y'all come on in here. Y'all come on in here. Good morning here to Learn and Share. How art thou? Good morning to you. The birds are chirping and they happy cause my son woke up and took the trash to the street. Yeah. Y'all come on in, come on in, come on in, man. Welcome, welcome, welcome. If you're on, good morning, Tish. How you doing? If you're on the tube or if you're on the Birdie Bird app, I don't know if anybody ever tunes in on the Birdie Bird app, but if you're on the Birdie Bird app, welcome, welcome, welcome. Let me tell y'all something, man. I'm a petty old man, right? And not only am I a petty old man, I keep it a hundo bundo. You feel me? Right? And this for anybody, gang, I know y'all know, but this is for anybody who just comes to my YouTube page and looks at the thumbnail and asks me a question that I know you haven't even looked at the video, right? No, you haven't even looked at the video. And then no, that's not the video. This is the video here. Because it's the YouTubers who run around and search thumbnails. See this right here? Right? The thumbnail says, I'm giving fast track trading a shot. Is fast track trading prop firm legit? I say on there, I'm giving it a shot, meaning I'm getting ready to try this out, right? And if you watch the video, right, if you actually watch the video, you see that I'm going through and I'm setting up the account. I walk you through it. I walk you if you actually watch the video, right? But people come to the thing and then they ask questions like, did you receive a payout from them? Right. So I go in, I say, did you even watch the video? Pocket watching Patty. I hope you didn't. If you did watch, please don't ever try to trade or use prop firms. Why, you say? Oh, because if you did watch the video, you would know that they have rules to when you can request. And based off their rules, I can't even request yet. But here I am wasting valuable time answering a question that would have been answered by actually watching the video. And then Captain Save 'em, who goes by God, right? Who goes by God, comes in and says, calm down, little bro, right? And then user over here that goes by J comes in and says, man, old head, relax, right? So I told God, I am calm, but it's very tiring to constantly answer questions that will be answered by watching the video. And I told Jay, I'm chilling, my guy. I just get tired of the questions from people that don't actually watch the video. So for anybody that's not True Blue Gang Gang, I'm not your average YouTuber. I don't care if my channel grows. I don't care if you like me. The only thing I'm doing is sharing my thoughts, opinions, and how I trade with other people who want to learn how to trade so that they can take the stuff that I've learned, apply it to their own trader identity to see if it helps them. I'm not here to grow a channel. I'm not here to be an influencer. I'm not here to try to get the biggest YouTube channel ever. I'm here for one purpose, and I clap back. So if you ask me something that I feel like you shouldn't be asking me, I'm going to respond in the way I want to respond. And if you don't like the way I respond, I will walk the dog all the way down the street back and forth with you because I'm retired and I have nothing else to do but watch reruns on TV, watch funny stuff on Al Gore's internet, and go back and forth with somebody that I don't know until I get bored with it. So please, don't tell me to calm down. Don't tell me to relax. And don't come to my channel asking me about my money. You never see me publicly posting anything about the money that I make and how many payouts I got and how I turned this dollar into that million. And you never see me posting about that stuff. So why are you asking me about my money? Ask me about the stuff that I'm talking about in my videos. If you ask me a question about the stuff that I'm talking about in my videos, I will answer your questions till the cows come home. I did a whole live stream yesterday for somebody named Franklin Crumbs. I don't know who he is. He's not in the gang, but he asked me a question in the video and he seemed very sincere. So I pulled up to do a whole live stream just for him. He missed it. He wasn't here, but I did that. Why? Because he didn't come to me saying, "Hey, Tim, how much money you making? Hey, Tim, are you getting paid? Hey, Tim, are you how long it take you to be profitable? Hey, Tim." He's asking me about what's in my video. Now that I've gotten that off my chest, let's get into, good morning. If this is your first time tuning in to Tim's Tidbits, sometimes I go off on a rant like this, but I still want to say welcome. If it's not your first time tuning in to Tim's Tidbits, I still want to say welcome and give you a nice hearty, well, thank you for always tuning in to Tim's Tidbits. If by some slither of my huge imagination, you don't know who I am, my name is Timothy Lee Rogers Sr. Yes. I'm not a bull or a bear. I'm a beast. And I go by the name of Araña Grande. That's Big Spot if you don't hablo español. And you are in tune to another episode of The Overnight Price Action Review. I need a soundboard. Uh-oh, who made Tim mad? What's up, Michelle? What's up? What's up, Sturdy AF? What's going on, Thomas? Look, Lonnie, please, Lonnie. Let's see if Lonnie came back. Lonnie, please come back, Lonnie. Come back. Let's see if Lonnie came back. Did Lonnie come back? Hey, Thomas, get on my screen. Did Lonnie come back? Members. Lonnie, please, Lonnie. Lonnie, I'm so sorry. Move out of the way. Lonnie, I'm so sorry. I must got a filter on or something. Oh, it's only showing. No, it don't say no new members. It's only showing 12 at a time. No, Lonnie. Where's Lonnie? Lonnie, no. Lonnie, I'm sorry, Lonnie. Lonnie, I kicked you out, Lonnie. I'm sorry, Lonnie. Come back. I kicked you out. I didn't realize I was kicking out somebody who was supposed to be there. These people got so big. Blame Sturdy AF. We're going to blame Sturdy AF. We're blaming Sturdy AF for this, Lonnie, because Sturdy AF has 42 names. Sturdy AF has 42 names. And so since Sturdy AF got so many names, I be trying to go through the Discord to figure out who people are, and I get frustrated, and I be like, I don't know who this is. Get out. How did you get in? Get out of the Discord. We're blaming Sturdy AF. What's up to Black Al Davis? What's going on, Kim? What's up, Deborah? That's my baby. Buenos dias, Valentin. Buenos dias. What's up, Call Me True? What up, E-Rock? Michelle Tucker. What's going on, Michelle? How art thou? How art thou? Let's get to it, man. Let's get to it. Let's get it started. Let's get. We had a little wick down on the newsprint when the newsprint went down there and wick that. Only 2 names. Oh, no. Okay, since 30. See, I told y'all I'm petty. Since Sturdy AF want to jump up there and say, I only got 2 names. Now, we fund the A. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it. Okay, let's do it. YouTube members. Let's go an older one. That's July, April. This is April. Let's see what it said in April. In April, Sturdy AF was Adrian Farmer. In April, Sturdy AF was Adrian Farmer. Okay, now let's go to July. Right now, Adrian Farmer is now. This might have been the one when he wasn't on there. He wasn't on there, and then got kicked out, and then he came back. Let me find. Hold on. Let me go back to one where he was on there. Right. I don't want to say that. I got to find one when it said Sturdy AF. We're gonna go back to June. Okay. In June. Okay, so in June, it's Sturdy AF, right? Okay, so back then it was Adrian Farmer, right? And then it turned to Sturdy AF, right? In his mind, he understands that that's Sturdy Adrian Farmer, but I don't know who that is. That Adrian Farmer. Then all of a sudden, Adrian Farmer disappears, and there's somebody called Sturdy AF. I'm like, who is this Sturdy AF person? Get out of here. You know what I'm saying? Adrian Farmer going to now. Let's go over to the Discord. So that's 2 names right there, right? Let's go over to the Discord. Right? In the Discord, members, right? In the Discord, his name is the G is silent. Right? And before the G is silent, it was time shifting. So I've seen 4 names. And before it says something else too, but the time shifting, the G is silent, Sturdy AF, Adrian Farmer. That sounds like a little bit more than 2 names to me. And if this is your YouTube name over here on this sheet, right? Adrian Farmer, right? Sturdy AF. And then when you come into the Discord, I don't see a G is silent over here on the paid mentorship. I mean, the paid thing. I don't see a time shifting anything over here. So I'm trying to figure out, who is this person? Now, time shifting not a name, but it's there. That's a name. That's what your thing is, right? Let me show you mine. All right, let me show you mine. Let's go to me. Right? Let's go to me. How do I get in my profile? You see what it says? Everybody calls me Big Spider, and my name is right there, Tim Rogers. The only reason why that says Big Spider is because that's what people call me. Right? But it says Tim Rogers right there. I picked that name. I picked that name, Tim Rogers. And then I picked the nickname, Big Spider. I love going back and forth. This how me and my kid, this how me and my youngest son do. Me and my youngest son do this because he'll tell me, so I'll be like, son, I'm looking at the proof right here. No, Dad, it's this. No, Dad, he say, just call me Adrian. It ain't no Adrian nowhere on here. Right? I know that. I know that your name is Adrian. I wasn't gonna tell Al Gore's internet that, but hey, there you go. And there's no Adrian on here anywhere. My son will be like, Dad, no. I'm like, son, I'm looking at it. I'm looking at the proof. I'm looking at the proof, son. No, Dad, no. It's only 2 names. No, it's not. It's not 2 names. It's only 2. I only got 2 names. Adrian, it's not. You got like 4 names. No, it's only 2 names. Then when I show you, oh, well, time shifting, not a name. Even if time shifting was a name, that's still 3 names. Let's get to it, man. Oh yeah. Get in the corner, Tim. Okay. Price did absolutely nothing last night. Price did absolutely nothing last night at all. And then when the newsprint came out, we shot down, took out yesterday's low, and then we pushed back up, and we've taken out the buy side above the consolidation. So now you just sit here and see if price wants to work his way back down into this wick, or if it wants to work its way back up into this inversion fair value gap here, or if it just wants to go sideways. It's Friday. If you've made money, don't give none back. If you lost money, don't try to get it back today. All right. We had a very large range day. We had 2 large range days back to back. Right. Wednesday, the market just went up. Thursday, the market just went down. Right. We erased everything that was done Wednesday. Right. So Wednesday, the market shot up. Thursday, we gave it all back. All right. So don't try to force anything. We have a daily BISI below price that that the market seems to be drawn toward, right? The market seems to be drawn toward. Since we got this huge up candle, this huge down candle, if the market wants to draw into this daily fair value gap, you don't want to see a huge retracement coming back up here. Why? Because this, we've offered buy side delivery and sell side delivery, right? This up here is a balanced price range there, right? That's balanced out up there. We've offered from, see that? We've offered buy side and sell side. So on the daily time frame, there's no need for us to go back up here if price wants to draw into this fair value gap right there, right? We got a daily fair value gap because in the scheme of external to internal, this is your internal liquidity starting here. You got a daily fair value gap there, you got a daily fair value gap there, and there's a daily fair value gap down there inside this balanced price range, right? So in the sense of this move here, right? In the sense of this move here, this fair value gap is right there at equilibrium, slight discount, slight premium, right? So you would want to see price pull back into this range, right, to give buyers an opportunity to participate in any more bullish activity, right? Because give them opportunity to buy at fair value or a slight discount, and this would be a better discount to buy at down here if you believe that the market is still bullish. On top of that, you have a weekly fair value gap down here. So if price drew back down into this fair value gap, I ain't gonna tell y'all what to do, right? I'm not telling y'all what to do. Remember, right? So since we got a weekly fair value gap down here, right? If we pull back into this daily fair value gap right there, right, I want the daily price to show me that it wants to go up, right? Some type of imbalance up here. I want to show me that it wants to continue up. Why? Because we got a weekly fair value gap down here. And if we come down here to this daily fair value gap and start to break down, we could draw price back down into here, right? Right? We can draw, excuse me, price back down to there, because if you really look at this, we consolidate it there, right? So there's a lot of liquidity under there. And since there's a lot of liquidity under there and there's a higher time frame PD array there, right, the market could very well draw back into that, because we look at the market on a weekly time frame, right? On a weekly time frame, that right there, right, we could draw price back down into that weekly candle there, right? And then all that liquidity is there. That would just be a nice little retracement back. If we go to the weekly time frame, boom, discount right there, right? Pulling back into a discount on the weekly, right? So always keep the higher time frame in mind, right? Even if you're day trading, keep the higher time frame in mind. And this weekly candle is forming a strong rejection right now. Not saying we can't go back up, but it's forming a strong rejection. And then that, you know what I'm saying, if we get that, we ain't got nothing to look at up here, right? We ain't got nothing. We treetop tall. So with that strong rejection, then you would come in thinking, okay, are we going to draw back down to this weekly, right? These weekly candles, so it can take a few weeks to get down there. But are we going to draw back down into that weekly candle? I mean, that weekly fair value gap? Ask yourself questions like that. Ask yourself questions like that as you're analyzing price and trying to make trading decisions. Okay. What questions y'all got for me, man? I'm an open book today. I'm an open book today. What questions y'all got to me? The only questions you can't ask me is about my money. What questions you got for me in relations? I mean, yeah, in relations to ICT's trading strategies. What questions do you have for me in relation to ICT straight trading strategies? Or even if you you know what I'm saying, struggling with a certain thing, as far as like, man, I keep struggling with like entries and whatever, man. What's your questions, man? What's your questions? I can't answer stuff like how much you should risk. I can't answer anything money related. I don't know your financial state. I don't know what. I can't answer anything money related. I can answer any. I'll try to answer anything strategy, ICT concept, any. Ask away. Come on. Ask away. It's 9:26. I ain't got nothing else to do. If you are in, pull up on the link and ask your question. Or what's up, Kenya? What's going on, man? Kenya, I ain't seen you in a month of Sundays, man. What's going on, Kenya? Pull up on the link. If you're in the Discord, jump in the Discord, unmute, and ask a question. I like when you ask your question, because when you type it out, stuff get lost in translation. All right. So either click the link, pull up on the stage, ask, or you've been on vacation a long time. Kenya been on Kenya been on 14 cruises, 3 flights, and 27 Uber rides. Click the link, pull up. If y'all ain't got nothing, I'm just go ahead and call it, man, because I ain't got nothing else. I'm gonna sip me a drink of this high quality H2O. And if don't nobody pull up and ask something, or don't nobody come in the Discord and ask something, I'm gonna go ahead and call it, because I ain't got nothing else. Man, what in the world is that?
Steak. So starting off with the binder, this is garlic paste.
What kind of steak is that?
All right, here we go. My 456er.
Can y'all see that?
8.8-pound steak.
An 8-pound steak.
Garlic paste. I am trying to flavor this.
Look at that.
Massive piece of meat up. We got the trigger.
An 8-pound steak.
All sides, front, back, side to side. I'm going to tie this up to keep it together. Don't want it to fall apart during the cook.
That is the biggest steak.
Exactly where I need to get it.
So what did I do?
250 degrees.
God dog it.
Until it's ready for the reverse.
Can y'all see that?
This was hours later.
There you go.
This was
look at that steak.
125 internal. I wasn't shooting for medium rare on something so big. So
man,
medium, getting that reverse sear.
That is crazy.
60% of that flat rock on one steak. So sear that nicely on both sides.
Golly. And then I got a notification from Office Depot. It said sizzling deals. When I was looking at the thing, and he was searing the steak, and it was like it was sizzling, and then the thing popped in from Office Depot. It said sizzling deals. Man. All right, man. I don't see no. There go my boy Sturdy AF. Type it. I said I want you to pull up and ask the question, because when you type it in the chat, stuff get lost in translation. Hey Tim, is the 5 a.m. calendar a breaker on the NQ? Oh, what? I just said the overnight price action ain't do nothing. It ain't do nothing. So why are you looking for a breaker in this overnight price action? All right. And this is I ain't taking shots at Sturdy AF. Why don't look what do I always say? Don't look for PD arrays everywhere. The ICT concepts are designed to work in low resistance, high probability conditions, right? The concepts are designed to work in low resistance, high probability conditions, right? This is just consolidation, right? This is just consolidation. Hold on. Y'all hold on 1 second. All right, sorry about that, y'all. But in this for everybody, not just sturdy AF, right? I can't beat this horse anymore, right? I can't beat this horse anymore. Do not look for PD arrays everywhere, right? Don't look for them everywhere. You are going to see patterns everywhere. The ICT concepts are not made for pattern traders. If you're going to use ICT concepts, you got to get out of the mind frame of looking for patterns. The ICT concepts are designed to follow the smart money. It follows institutional order flow. Remember, everything that we talked about, I always say stacks on stacks on stacks on stacks, blocks on blocks on blocks on blocks. You can't just take one little piece and go looking for that one little piece and say, oh man, that's fair value gap. Oh, that's a breaker. Oh, that's mitigation block. Oh, that's it. You can't do that. You have to follow the money, right? There is no reason why you should be looking for a PD array in this. No reason. You should not be looking for a fair value gap. You should not be looking for a breaker. You shouldn't be looking for anything in here. This is consolidation, right? Can somebody tell me what consolidation is? What do we say IPTA is doing when prices consolidating? Somebody tell me. No, not somebody. Sturdy AF. What is IPTA doing when prices consolidating? What is IPTA doing when prices consolidating? Thank you, here to learn this year. Sturdy AF. What is IPTA doing when prices consolidating? For everybody else that's wondering, what here to learn and share said. So it's engineering liquidity, right? Why does IPTA, now anybody can answer this, why does IPTA engineer liquidity? What does it need the liquidity for? What do we say the liquidity is? Liquidity is what? What do we say it is? Liquidity is I'll give you a clue. I'll give you a clue if I can find it. Fuel. Very good, Deborah. Bus ticket. Very good, right? Valentine, You went to a throwback one. I ain't called it a bus ticket in a minute. Gas, fuel, right? Rocket fuel. Very good, right? So if the liquidity is the rocket fuel, right? In the consolidation, the rocket's still sitting on the tarmac. It's still sitting on the tarmac, right? The rocket fuel is still sitting on the tarmac. So if it's still sitting on the tarmac and the smart money is the IFTA, it's the only one that can move the market. Why are we getting in here trying to move the market ourselves? Why are we in here looking for PD arrays trying to move the market ourselves? Right? The PD arrays, okay, the PD arrays are your entry points, right? Get this, like I'm trying to think of a way that I have never said it before. I don't know if I said it like this before, but get it through your mind today, right? Get it through your mind today. The PD arrays is your entry point. Okay. The PD array is your, God dog it, entry point. Right? Okay. That's your entry point. Now, if the PD array is your entry point, right, you need the market to tell you what it wants to do before you even start looking for the PD array, right? The PD array is your entry point. So let the market tell you what it wants to do before you ever start looking for a PD array. Okay. We tracking so far? We tracking so far? Everybody with me so far? All right. Now, how does the market tell you what it wants to do? Right? It's going to engineer liquidity. Right? It's going to engineer liquidity. Right? So, got you already. Now, first of all, right? High time frame controls narrative, right? High time frame controls narrative. Okay. High time frame controls the narrative. Now that you understand the higher time frame controls the narrative, then the market is going to engineer some liquidity, right? It's going to engineer liquidity, right? Engineering. It's going to engineer. Okay, let's go. If it's wrong, it's wrong. Liquidity. It's going to engineer liquidity, right? So boom, it's engineering liquidity here, right? There you go. We engineer the liquidity, and then it's going to attack that liquidity, right? It's going to attack that liquidity, right? So once it engaged the liquidity, right? When it's ready to move, it will displace, right? Away, right? Let's do it like this right here. It's going to expand with displacement. It's going to expand with displacement, right? Now, IPTA delivers in two different ways. Okay. Get out the way, candles. Did I turn my text off? IPTA. All right. So it'll expand. It'll expand. No, it's consolidate. 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 Expand. Retrace. And deliver. Deliver. Or it will consolidate, expand, reverse, retrace, and deliver. These are two different ways IPTA will deliver price, meaning make it to Picasso's house. Okay. Those are the two different ways that IPTA will make it to Picasso's house. Okay. So now that we know when it engages the liquidity, right? We know that it's going to expand with displacement. Okay. And when it expands with displacement, now we know that it's two different ways that it will deliver to Picasso's house. So if it expands with displacement in the opposite direction from where Picasso lives, you can anticipate the second mean of delivery, right? You can anticipate this method of delivery. If price is bullish, right? And IPTA expands with displacement toward the sell side, you can anticipate the second mean of delivery. Why is that? Because it's going to consolidate. It's going to consolidate. It's bullish now. Picasso is here. Up there, Picasso is there. Okay. So if it expands with displacement towards the sell side and the price is the higher time frame is bullish, then we're waiting for the second mean. And what are we waiting for? It's going to consolidate. If it expands to the downside, we're waiting for the reverse, right? And when we see the reverse, now we're looking for, right? Let the market tell you what it wants to do before even starting to look for your PD arrays, right? So we got the consolidation, we got the expansion, we got the reverse. Now we're looking for the retrace and the delivery. What are we looking for it to retrace to? We're looking for it to retrace to our breaker, our fair value gap, our order block, our mitigation block, our whatever PD array that we're entering in on, and we're looking for it on the retracement. Then we enter. Why? Because the market has gathered up rocket fuel by taking out sell side and taking out buy side, and now it's coming back to pick up the smart money to deliver. Right? If price consolidates and it expands with displacement in the direction of Picasso's house, then we are anticipating that means of delivery. Right? We got the consolidation, we got the expansion. Now we're looking for our fair value gap, right? We're looking for a breaker in here somewhere if we trade breakers, right? We're looking for order block in here if we trade order. Now we're looking for our entry PD array. And when are we going to get in? On the retracement. And then it delivers. Now, sometimes, what I ain't gonna say sometimes, for me, for my trading style, right? I look for my PD arrays on the lower time frame, right? I don't look for it on the higher time frame. My higher time frame PD arrays are my anticipatory reactionary point, right? So when price comes down into my higher time frame anticipatory reactionary point, right? Now I'm looking for a price to consolidate, span, reverse, retrace, deliver. Okay. Or if we already came down to an anticipatory reactionary point and we're going back up, right? And I know Picasso lives up here and we haven't made it to Picasso house, right? If we pull back down, right, now I'm looking for price to consolidate, expand, retrace, deliver. Or price can consolidate, expand, reverse, retrace, and deliver. It's all about understanding where Picasso is. It's all about letting the higher time frame control the narrative. And then you just use the knowledge of the different PD arrays. The PD arrays are leaving clues for you. Right? So again, if get out of here, Picasso, right? If price is consolidating like this right here, don't waste your time looking for PD arrays. Right? Don't waste your time looking for PD arrays. Can you go in here and drop down to 30-second, 15-second, 1 minute charts in scalp over trade? Yeah, sure you can. But you're just asking to give all your money back to the market. You'll never be consistently profitable because it's impossible to beat this market if you overtrade. If you take your time, take little small bites and be happy with it, it'd be cool. But if you get in here and overtrade, you go out here and risk it for the biscuit, risk it for the Rari, go out here and be risky Randy, reckless Rachel, you're just gonna give all your money back. So don't be looking for PD arrays and stuff like this. Just look at this as consolidation. This is consolidation. Right? Now, if price out of news took out these lows, if price displaces away, start making fair value gaps right there, right? Then if you're anticipating price to come back down into that fair value gap we talked about, right? You would look for right? If you anticipate price to come back down into that daily fair value gap down there, right? How we wicked out these lows here and then took off up there, you would look for price to see if it, like just say if we create fair value gap here, you will watch price to see if we start inverting those fair value gaps and coming back down. What's up, little man? Start coming back down. That's what you will look for, right? If you're anticipating it coming down there. If you anticipate price attacking this, right, then you would look for price to be supported by PD arrays, right? So if price starts showing you that it's coming back and being supported by PD arrays, then you can start to look for reasons to attack that. But let price if price isn't giving you anything, don't force it, right? Don't force it, because right now price has been bearish, right? We're creating SIBIs, right? We're creating SIBIs and we're respecting SIBIs and we're respecting up close candles. So right now it's been in a sale program, right? Prices has been in a sale program. Okay, that's what it's been doing. All right, and until price starts to fail, and like when you zoom out here, right? When you zoom out here, right now, we've gotten back to this area of accumulation over here, right? And we've gotten back there. So now you really want price to show you, right? You don't want to just jump and try to go back long. You want price to really show you that it wants to go back to this high. Why? Because this right here could very well have been a smart money reversal, right? And then you could be going into a low risk short right here, right? Right. This right here could very well be a smart money reversal, right? And you could be going into a low risk short right there. Or this right here could have been a smart money reversal, and that could have been a low risk short. And now we've reached our first stage of redistribution, right? And then we would just be getting we would be getting a case of offset distribution here, where we take out the high and then come back down and drop. Remember offset distribution where we take out the high and go down, and then redistribution when we expand and then pull back into an area of consolidation. I mean, fair value, right? Redistribution, pull back into an area of fair value, right? Offset distribution where we take out buy side and then go down. Stacks on stacks on stacks on stacks, blocks on blocks on blocks on blocks. All right.
That makes sense. Can you hear me, Tim?
Yeah, I hear you.
Yeah, that makes sense. And what you said was 100% correct. I should not be looking for PD arrays until price show me what it want to do.
Yep.
But can I just explain where my narrative came into place?
Yeah.
So I started on the daily, and I saw that price. Just how we closed yesterday. That price was that had created a SIBI by the end of the day. And I noticed the overnight price action was just consolidating as well. But then I noticed after that 8:30 news, price dropped into a fair value gap, a daily fair value gap. Also, where there was a 4-hour fair value gap located. And then it took out sell side liquidity in 2 areas, which was the London lows, yesterday PM lows, and way back where is it? Way back on July 3rd, it took out those lows as well. Wait, let me see. I gotta shrink my screen a little more. Yeah, no, my bad. It traded into that daily fair value gap and took out the lows on July 4th. And then immediately retraced back up and didn't close with a body closure below the
Which one you looking at? You looking at the ES or the NQ?
The NQ.
Okay, all right. Cause I'm like I'm lost. I don't see nothing what you talking about. Okay, all right. So yeah, all right. The daily fair value, yeah. Okay, so daily fair value gap that it went into. Okay.
Yeah, and that 8:30 candle, it didn't close below the bodies of the lows. The lows that the wick did all the damage, but the body stayed above the lows.
Mm-hmm.
And so in my head, I'm thinking, okay. And then so I know I shouldn't have been, but I went down to the 1 minute, and then I'm looking and seeing what price is doing on the 1 minute, and I'm like, okay, we started to displace the highs as well. We starting to take out the highs because on the 840, the 850, well, the 848 or the 847 to the 849 candle, we created a fair value gap while also taking out the high. And then we kind of consolidated a little more, but I noticed price was staying above, trying to trade inside that other daily gap to invert it. So then that's in my head thinking, okay, this could be the making of a bullish breaker. And so that's why I thought that 15-minute candle was a bullish breaker. Not necessarily like it already had created one, but more so could this be the looks of a bullish breaker in the making? You know, just trying to read price action.
Okay. All right. So let's back up, right? You say you're looking at the 1 minute, you're looking at the 1 minute candles and trying to figure out if it's making a 15-minute breaker. That
after the 15-minute, no, I dropped down to the 1 minute candles after seeing that, just in case, like, okay, this could be an opportunity to get in on a low risk. But the 5 a.m. candle, when that candle had first got taken out at 8:45, that's when I started thinking, okay, this could be the makings of a bullish breaker. Because the low was, before that low was taken out at 8:30, the low was in the London session at 1. So in my head, I'm thinking, okay, the London usually creates the lower to high of the day. We in bullish in the high time frame narrative. We in bullish market conditions because yesterday's low didn't close below the low of the day before.
Mm-hmm.
So that's, you get what I'm saying? Like, that's where my mindset was. Like, okay.
I mean, I got all that. But what I'm saying is, you're saying you're looking at this candle right here. That's the 5 a.m. 15-minute candle, right?
Yep.
But you're saying you're on the 1 minute looking at when this candle over here, right? These the candles you was talking about. You talk about the 848 whatever candle. Now, so you're looking at when this candle comes up over here to try to figure out if this is a breaker. That's not how you do it. You see what I'm saying?
I see what you're saying.
That's not how you do it. What you're doing is you're trying to force the lower time frame. You're building your narrative off of the lower time frame. You can't do that. Your narrative has to come from the higher time frame, and on the lower time frame, you look for it on the lower time frame after your higher time frame narrative. You're looking for this just to play off based off of what your higher time frame is saying. For example, right? If you're trying to figure this out, God dog it, make sure all these, they off. Okay, so we got 15-minute candles here, right? So looking at the 15-minute candles, okay, when this 15-minute news wick came down here, right? When the wick came down, like, we're just saying this ain't a news wick. We just gonna say this a regular trade, and it came down. So when this 15-minute candle came to this daily fair value gap, right? This is your use. We're just saying, okay, this is my anticipatory reactionary point, right? This is my higher time frame anticipatory reactionary point. When this 15-minute candle comes in, right? Now we go to the 1 minute. Let me take some of this off. So, well, I ain't got to take it off, right? We go to the 1 minute, right? Okay, now that we're on the 1 minute from, and you see on this, let's go back to the 15-minute for a second. Okay, because you're watching this in real time. So we're gonna put this at the start of this 15-minute candle, right? So as soon as that wick in there, you're going to your 1 minute, right? And you see that in this case, it hit there right on the first minute of that 15-minute candle, right? So what you're doing now that you're on your 1 minute, on your 1 minute, you're looking for your 1 minute to form a breaker this way, right? You're not looking for what the 1 minute is forming back this way, right? You're looking for the 1 minute to form a breaker this way, because your higher time frame has come into this area, right? Your higher time frame has come into this area. So now you're looking for a breaker to be formed, right? And so when price comes here, and this is one of the things where it may not be your trade, because like right here, when this candle came down and took out the lows, right? That candle came and took out the lows, and we came back up here, right? and got above that candle there, right?
Mm-hmm.
This right here is a type of change in the state of delivery right there at the open of that candle right there. That's a type of change in state of delivery because we've taken sell side and traded back above that. So at an anticipatory reactionary point, so we can anticipate this right here to act as a breaker. I mean, as a order
Mm-hmm.
block, act as an order block, right? So that's a type of change in the state of delivery. And so when we come back down here, right, we don't come and take out the low, right? So since we didn't take out the low and we went back up, now we have a mitigation block here, right? Now this right here is a mitigation block there. And then with, well, since this is a news week, there's probably not on another asset. You could go in and look to see, did the ES form a breaker here, but the NQ formed the mitigation block. Then you can say, oh, this mitigation block it may be strong enough because it's at my anticipatory reactionary point, so I don't have to wait for a breaker over here. You're not looking back over here to the higher time frame saying, hey, this is a 15-minute break. No, when you're looking for your entry breaker, you're looking for it to form after your higher time frame has engaged with your anticipatory reactionary point. So you're looking
Okay.
for it over here, right? And in this case, we didn't form a breaker, we got a mitigation block, right?
Okay.
And then price trade back down into this mitigation block right here. And then see it, we never got a breaker out of any of this, but you know what I'm saying? Like price
Mm-hmm.
hit it, right? Price hit it there. And then if we follow like the money of it, right? Because this is a bunch of consolidation, but if we follow the money of it, we got to move up, right? We got to move down, right? And then we got to move up and we got to move down. See, we never formed the breaker, but prices, you know what I'm saying? You following the money, right?
Mm-hmm.
We got a mitigation block right here. You see what I'm saying? Take out this little consolidation, right? You take out this consolidation, follow the money up, follow the money down, follow the money up, take out that high right there, come back down into your mitigation block. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You're not
And that makes sense.
you're not looking for, okay, when this candle come up, now we just made a 15-minute breaker back. No, you're not looking at you're looking at it wrong if you're looking at it like that. When your narrative time frame has set you a anticipatory reactionary point, when your structure time frame comes into that reactionary point and you come down to your entry time frame, you're looking for your PD array to form in this direction. And then you're entering right on a fair value gap. You're entering on a mitigation block. You're entering on a bullish order block somewhere here. You know what I'm saying? You're entering on a bullish order block. Oh, you know what I'm saying? You're finding some reason to get long off of your entry PD array after price engages with your anticipatory reactionary point.
Okay. So quick question, just so I can make sure it makes sense. So after that 830 candle dropped into that daily fair value gap, I would have been looking for price to have or just to even trade below that body of that candle, because it don't necessarily need to take out the wick, but as long as it trade below the body, that would be considered.
Talk about this right here.
Yep.
I mean, you can, but you don't try to force it into a box. You let price show you what it wants to do. Like if it wicks down here, right? Let's just look at what price did. It wicked down here, right? This was a news candle. So this is manipulation. It wicked down and then it came back up and started taking out the highs, right? So at face value, right? At face value, the algorithm has given us a Judas swing, right? It wicked down and went back up and started taking out the highs. So in true fashion of a Judas swing, right? When it does this, you don't want that low to be taken anymore, right? So
Right.
if you don't want that low to be taken anymore, now you're looking for any, right, it order block, fair value gap. I circled the wrong thing. Fair value gap, right? This fair value gap got pushed through, but it pushed through and came down below these lows here, down here, back into the whole little range over there. You see what I'm saying? Put them when we talk about, pull it back down into that, right? But you're looking for price to be
Respect.
supported. Yeah, respect the discount PD arrays, right? And then you got to think about time and stuff like that. So right here, price is dropping back down below the 730 open, right? Right, it's dropping back below the 730 open right there, because the 730 open, if you follow like the whole the opening of the actual kill zone for like Forex, that's the 730 open. If you follow
True
quarter
New York,
true, yeah, the true open, right? If you follow that, that's the 730 open, right? And, time and price stuff come into play all the time. So you're just looking at the fact that we have got a Judas swing here. So now I'm looking to see if price gets supported by the discount PD arrays, right? So you come down into, so it's not so much about trying to force it into a mold. It's like, that's why I say it's not, you when it comes to the concepts, it's all about looking for the clues. It's not trying to look for patterns, right? You're not looking for patterns. You're just looking for what is price doing, right? You got to trust me. I know how hard it is, but you got to get out of the mind frame of looking for patterns, right? You have criteria that's in place for your entry model, right? But don't try to force your entry model everywhere. But when you see your entry model, you strike. You see what I'm saying? Don't try to force, don't go out trying to force your entry model into the thing. Like, don't try to go and say, oh, is that's a breaker? Oh, I see a breaker, because you're going to make yourself see it everywhere, right? And then when price starts to go and do what you thought it was going to do, then you're going to be pissed. Like, man, I knew that was, no, it wasn't. It's just, it wasn't your trade. You see what I'm saying? It reacted off something totally different. You follow what I'm saying? That just wasn't your trade. Like, we all do it. We all want to just force our thing. So it's not so much about, do it need to go below the body? Do it need to be yes, I understand. It's like, I hear you talking. I hear you talking from all of the stuff that we've studied, but it's like you're doing the same thing that I did. You're trying to force the concepts into, you trying to make the concepts fit what you want, and not look at the price and see what the algorithm actually doing. You see what I'm saying? And so don't worry so much about, do it need to take out the body? Do it need to take out the wick? Don't worry so much about that. Worry about, okay, we came into a higher time frame, fair value gap. We got a Judas swing, right? We got a Judas swing. Now that we got this Judas swing, now I should start seeing discount PD array support price. It did. That order block supported price, right? Supported price, right? That fair value gap right there, supported price. Okay, we traded down through this fair value gap here, but we came back down into the order block. What makes the order block? Prices consolidating. We leave that area, right? This is the biggest down close candle in here, right? You can look at this as the order block if you want to, because it's, you know what I'm saying? You can look at this as the order block there, because it's this is really the last one, but you want to look at the biggest candles, right? So boom, there's your order block right there. We came back down into the order block, it supported price. We came back down again into here, there's volume imbalance right there, right? We came back down into the volume imbalance, it supported price. We pushed up, we came back down into the order block, it supported price. We pushed down, we came back down, right? Respect the body's respecting, right? the area here is wicking down, right? It's wicking down, doing the damage, but it's still respecting the all of the down close candles, all of the discount PD rates, everything is still supporting price, right? So now you know what I'm saying, and then you can sit there and wait like me, if it's still just like kind of chopping, how it's just like consolidating here. I'm just looking to see if, this supporting price, that supporting price, that supporting price. I'm not trying to jump in because it's still chopping, right? But you can pick and choose when you want to get in. You see what I'm saying? You can pick and choose when you want to get in based off, okay, I understand what price is doing. And then if you happen to see your entry model, then you be like, oh, that's my entry model. You know what I'm saying? Boom, there's my break. There's my 1 minute breaker after my 15 minute has traded down into a higher time frame PD array. Oh, there's a fair value gap. Boom, I can get in on that. Right? But that's only if the narrative has not changed. You see what I'm saying? And like right now, me, I'm not trying to do anything. I'm just chilling. Why am I just chilling? Because I had a pretty good week. And right now I'm waiting for price to show me if we're gonna continue up or if we're getting ready to break down. I want price to show me, right? Was this a smart money reversal on the 4 hour? Right? The 4 hour is my narrative time frame. Why do I want price to show me if this is a smart money reversal? Because we traded below this area of accumulation on the 4 hour. We closed below this daily fair value gap, right? We go over there to the daily. We close below that daily fair value gap, inverting that fair value gap right there. Okay. And now that we've touched this fair value gap here, I want price to show me that it wants to go back up, right? I want price to show me that it wants to continue up. And I ain't so much concerned with just that high. I want to see if this BISI creates BISIs, right? Because this BISI got inverted. You see what I'm saying? Right?
Yeah.
That BISI got inverted and we got two more below, right? So if this BISI got inverted, now price got to prove that it don't want to come get all of them. You see what I'm saying? Because if price starts to disrespect fair value gaps in the line, for me, all fair value gaps in that line are in the line of fire, right? So now, since we've inverted this one, right, when we touch this one, this needs to create a BISI. You remember when I said whenever price comes to a BISI, that next candle need like we came to this BISI, right? Now we don't have a chance of creating a BISI because this candle here didn't close above that one, right? So now that we've traded down into this BISI here, this candle here would need to close above that one, right, to even give it an opportunity to create a BISI, right? And if this candle don't close above that one, then the next day is going to have to close above this day. And then once that close above that day, now we get, okay, like just say this high as we go today, right? No chance of creating a BISI, right? So then Monday would have to close up here somewhere, right? Now Tuesday has an opportunity to create a BISI, right? If Tuesday comes in and trades back down there, nope. Now we got to wait for Wednesday to close up here, right? And then maybe Thursday close up there, and now we got a BISI, right? But now that we got the BISI, Thursday has taken out that high. Now, since we've taken out the high, now price needs to come back and show me that it wants to respect that BISI. You know what I'm saying? Because we're not just displacing away, we're dilly-dallying and then creating a BISI. You see what I'm saying? It's like, so you want to just follow the narrative of what price is doing, because now on my 4 hour time frame, right? On my 4 hour time frame, we have traded below this last area of accumulation, giving me a bearish break in market structure, right? Now, mind you, we only traded down into a daily fair value gap. That's why I'm saying I need to see price come up, right? Respect this area and then come down, because right here we got a 4-hour breaker right here, right? So if price comes up and respects this 4-hour breaker and push back down and takes out that low, right? Now I'm looking for price to continue down, and I'll be looking at this low, right? Does it have to get there? Does it have to get there? No, it don't, because we got fair value gaps, we got order blocks, we got a lot of stuff standing in the way of that low. But if we come back up into that breaker right there, then and push back down and take out that low, now I'm looking for the low. You see what I'm saying? I'm looking for the low. And you see how, right, I'm not coming in here saying, okay, is this a breaker right here? No, I'm following the money, right? Price pushed up here, we came down, this low took out that high, and then we traded below that low. Boom, there's my breaker right there. You see what I'm saying? I'm following the money. The money pushed up, took out buy side, right? Right. We made a low, we pushed up, took out buy side. And when we took out that buy side that time, we dropped and took out sell side, right? There's my breaker right there. You see what I'm saying? And since this is a 4-hour breaker delivering, and now price is delivering off of a daily fair value gap, this daily fair value gap has more strength than this 4-hour breaker. So now I need to wait for price to get to my breaker, right? And respect it and come back down. You see what I'm saying? And give me a SIBI over here, right? Then I can say, okay, boom, we coming off this to come down, right? Especially if it give me a SIBI here, and then this SIBI breaks down and give me a another this SIBI breaks down and give me another breaker over here, then I could be like, hey, you know what I'm saying? We really got some steam to the downside, but you just let the price tell you what it wants to do. It's not so much about, do we got to get above this body? Do we got to get above that fair value gap? Trading ain't just that black and white. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's not that black and white. It's all about understanding what the price is doing.
And so if you do respect that 4-hour breaker that you just pointed out, the bearish breaker, would you look for price to come back to another 4-hour like draw on liquidity, or would you still, like, of course the higher time frame like the daily or the weekly would take precedence, but would you still look for like a 4-hour PD array as an anticipatory reactionary point?
Right. So if we come up here to this 4-hour breaker right there, right? If we coming into this 4-hour breaker right here, right, and we respect it, you're targeting this low right there.
Yeah.
Right? You're targeting that low right there, right? And so the reason why you're targeting that low right there is because you've had a bearish breaking market structure, right? And then you've come back up, and now you're respecting the bearish breaker. So when you're coming down, this is your first stop. That's your first stop right there, right? So you're taking it out. And now, because price, like you all know, the algorithm deals off of hedging and offsetting, right? So now we're at a place where we engineered liquidity and went up, right? And now we directly across from it. So now you're anticipating the market to start offsetting some positions, right? So if they offset the positions and they're ready to get net short, right, then they can manipulate it back up, right? Tricking people that want to go long, right? Get here to the breaker and then drop back down, right, to continue down, right? So that's your first target. So you hit this, you come here to your target, and then as you're coming down to this target, right, this daily fair value gap right here, you know what I'm saying, we've dug into it today. So on the next few days, you're not looking to see if this daily fair value gap is supporting price no more, because we've mitigated that. Now you're looking to see if we are creating more SIBIs coming in this direction, and then we take out this low, then you would be looking for it to trade back up into them SIBIs to keep the bring price down, because now you would be looking at it as, okay, when we engineered this liquidity and price went up, right, the target is this sell side under there, right? So now you're looking for a reason to sell, because now price has shown you, right, okay, this was the smart money reversal, this right here was the low risk short, and then now I'm just looking for reasons to sell. You know what I'm saying? So it's not so much about I'm looking for a 4-hour PD array to go to. It's never that cut and dry. You got to stop trying to force it into a little mold. You know what I'm saying? You just want to take whatever price is giving you. I don't know what's going to happen over here, but with the concepts that I've learned, I know that, okay, I see a breaker here, right? I see a breaker here. If price comes here and respects this breaker, right, and starts to displace down, right, I can anticipate taking out this low, right? Because this daily fair value gap is failing to create BISIs, right? And this bearish stuff is resisting price. So with the concepts I've learned, I can anticipate trading down to that low, right? And then once I get to that low, I can say, hey, look, we are in a market maker sell model. So what did I just do? Okay, we are in a market maker sell model. Now that I know that we're in a market maker sell model because we're here, now I know, okay, oh, I see a fair value gap here, right? And we're at an inversion daily fair value gap, right? So now I know I can, look for on a lower time frame, look for a reason to sell, right? When I come back into it on a lower time frame, look for a reason to sell. You see what I'm saying? It's not so much trying to look for a 4-hour PD array, a daily PD array. It's just the fact that when I sit down and do my weekly analysis, right? I come in, I do my weekly analysis, and I say, okay, we got a weekly fair value gap. We already mitigated that. We got a weekly order block down there. I'm looking for the unmitigated PD arrays, right? We got a daily fair value gap we haven't reached yet, right? We already touched that one, so we got a daily fair value gap down there. We got some lows down there. We don't have any daily fair value gaps above us, right? Or if this day close, right? If this day close like this, then we'll be like, okay, we got us a SIBI up here, right? So then if we got a SIBI up there and we mitigated this right here and we've inverted this, we created a SIBI there. So now I'm like, okay, we've inverted this. We've already mitigated that. We probably gonna come down to this one too. So if we create a SIBI here, right now, I'm looking to see if this SIBI creates SIBIs, right, on the daily. So now I got a daily PD array there, right? 4-hour. I'm looking at the 4-hour. What do I got on the 4-hour? So now that I've done all my chart prep and I got the PD arrays there, now I know what to look for price to react off of. And so it don't matter if it's a 4-hour or a daily. Now the price has told me these are the PD rate. These are your anticipatory reactionary points. I'm not trying to pick it and say, okay, if I take out a 4-hour buy side, I want to go to a 4-hour PD. No, I'm not trying to predict what price gonna give me in the future. You know what I'm saying? I ain't trying to predict, oh, it's gonna make a 4. No, I already know it gave me a low. You know what I'm saying? Based off the thing, I can expect to come to that low, right? Now that I've come to that low, oh, we got a daily fair value gap down there. That'll probably draw price down to it. You know what I'm saying? Oh, we got a 4-hour fair value gap above us. We may go back up there to bounce off of that. What's happening, Scorpio? Appreciate you for joining the membership. Yeah, everybody clap it up for Scorpio. Say, hey, welcome, Scorpio. It don't show me which level you joined at over here. It just showed me new member. Everybody clap it up for Scorpio. But you get what I'm saying? You get what I'm saying? Don't try to force it into
Yeah, I get what you're
a
saying.
mold. Just take look at. That's why I always say, y'all always hear me say, what are the clues that the algorithm is leaving? Look for the clues. You know what I'm saying? Whatever clues are there. That's why, like, for me, I want to know all of the concepts so that, like, I always tell people, I feel like I've had ADHD my whole life, but I was never diagnosed with it because my mind is like this, right? It's hard for me to focus. I'm everywhere. You see what I'm saying? So I have to know it all so that I can function, right? If I'm sitting there and I'm looking for just one setup and it's not coming, I'm gonna go crazy. But if I can see, that's what, if I can see, I'll be like, okay, I see what it's doing. It's doing it. That's why I got several, like, I've shared several different models in there. Remember the other day I shared when I was like, I called it this model right here. You see what I'm saying? I got several different models that I can use because it's like, if I don't give myself these different options, I'm just going to continue to blow money trying to force this one thing when it's not that one thing. You see what I'm saying? And if you don't understand all of the concepts, it's very difficult to make yourself wait on that one thing, but you have to do it. You have to force yourself to wait on that one thing because it's also very difficult to remember all of these concepts. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. And that's very true. And that makes the most sense too, because Price could do whatever it want to do.
Yeah, exactly. That part. Price can do whatever it wants to do. IPTA is in control. We are just riding on the bus. we use these concepts to say, hey, this is what IPTA's doing. Let me get on the bus here and I'm gonna get off the bus over there. I'm going to get on at Breaker and I'm getting off at Swing Low. Hey, but we going way there. Hey, y'all cool. Go ahead, go down there. I join y'all another time. This all I want right here. I just need a hip. I don't need the whole plate.
I appreciate you, Tim. That made a lot of sense. I gotta go though, W2 calling.
All right.
Again, appreciate you doing this live and all you teaching, man. Appreciate it.
All right, Dan.
It's clicking. Even though I got a lot of questions that you feel like you answered already, it's still clicking though.
Hey, I tell y'all, I'm here for the questions. Long as it's a question based off of the stuff that we talking about. Don't come over here asking me, you know what I'm saying? Hey, is the sky blue? I ain't talking about that in my video, man. But yeah, I'm always here, man. If I ain't doing that, y'all already know I run my mouth all day if I ain't doing nothing. So yeah.
All right, man. Appreciate you.
All right, then. Okay, people. Anybody else got anything? It's 10:33. I'm getting a little hungry. But let's see. Scorpio, did you come in the Discord? Let's see if Scorpio came into the Discord. Members. Scorpio, go into the Scorpio, go into the Scorpio, you still in here? Put a 1 in the chat if you still in here, Scorpio. Did Scorpio dip? Okay, Scorpio, go to your YouTube channel, right? Go to your YouTube channel and right. Go to your YouTube channel and you'll see the thing that says mentorship and community. Click on one of those, right? Click on one of those and then you will see a link And right now it says I posted it 7 days ago, right? So let me do this right here real quick. I don't want to dox nobody. Hold on, let me do this. It's a better way to do this. I don't want to dox nobody. All right. Hey, Franklin joined. Franklin joined the what's name? I just seen it. Franklin, it's Franklin. Are you in here, Franklin? Franklin in here today. Franklin joined. All right, let me get y'all back now. Oh, see right there, Franklin joined. Franklin, where you was at last night? Okay, so Scorpio, go to mentorship. Shout out Scorpio for signing up for the mentorship. Shout out Franklin for signing up to the Black Spiders. What did I do with that page? What in the world did I do with the page? Oh, there it is right there. So go here on your go to the membership tab, right? You'll see all this right here. You'll see everything because you signed up for the mentorship, right? This post right here from 7 days ago, right? Come here, click on the Discord thing right there, right? Click on the Discord thing, and when you go into the and accept the Discord, what's the name? Accept the Discord thing, and when you accept it, inside the welcome, you'll see this little muscle down here. Click that, click on that. Right now it says 72. Click on that to make it say 73. Right. And once you click on that muscle right there, then I'll put you into the mentorship tier inside the Discord. But go ahead and do that. Go ahead and do that now. Coming so that you can be inside the Discord. And then we got a video dropping tonight. Market Maker Models Part 2. Right. We're gonna be discussing you know, kind of just like some of the stuff that I was just talking about with Sturdy AF. Right. Some of the same type of stuff, but it's gonna be Market Maker Models Part 2. And then Wednesday nights at 7. if I don't be out and about, or if I don't fall asleep, we do homework reviews at 7 p.m. on Wednesday. And then the second Sunday is Q&A. Second Sunday at 7 p.m. is Q&A specifically for the mentees, but the mentees get access to the first and the third Sunday Q&As with the gold members and Black Spiders. And then on the third Sunday is the Black Spiders, but you get access to that too, to ask questions. So the Sunday questions is, saying anything you want to ask about concept wise. And the Wednesdays are homework reviews, just sticking to like what we talked about in the mentorship videos as far as like homework. Did you click on the link over there, Scorpio? Oh yeah, Scorpio. Since ain't nobody asking that, I'm gonna get ready to go. But Scorpio, when you come in there, and the same thing for Franklin had the same name, so I Franklin the same. So we and Franklin, if you come in there, join the Discord, Scorpio, when you come join the Discord, if your name in Discord is not the same thing as YouTube, like if your name isn't Scorpio in 259, right? Or if your name isn't Franklin Crumbs, DM me and say, hey, this is Scorp. Like if your Discord name is Scorpion. Okay, I've been saying Scorpio the whole time. Scorpion. And then since I've been saying Scorpio, I said Scorpio N. So Scorpion. Thank you. Here to learn and share. Thank you. Say, hey, this is Scorpion. DM me and say, hey, this is this. I know this name says Rachel Riddick, but this is Scorpion, right? Or I know this name says the G is silent, but this is Scorpion. So anyway, man, I appreciate y'all. Hopefully, this conversation was helpful to somebody. Hey, if you didn't get anything out of it, I promise you, I'll try my hardest the next time to provide some kind of value. Because you're spending your time to come hang out with me. All right. So till the next time I decide to get on Al Gore's internet and share my opinions on this thing that we call price action. All right. Y'all be safe out here. Oh, yeah, I forgot. It's your boy, Timothy Lee Rogers Sr., aka Aranya Grande, that big spider for those that don't hablo español. Y'all be safe on these trading streets, man. Gone. Yeah.